Oh yes, we do. There we are. Right.
There we go.
Where?
And we have sound.
So, I'll take
Oh,
your word for that.
they're starting to come back.
They'll come back. They know
Fred's came back.
they know
Hads
the
came
drill.
back.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's three of them.
Build it and they will come.
Yeah,
Somebody-
they'll figure out that there's a new stream.
You know what I've worked out on mine? I don't think it's affecting you, Terry, but you know how when we came into Zoom and had a different screen? I think they updated Zoom and all my OBS things that were hooking back to the old Zoom. When I use them, they fall over. So
Yeah, well, that's what my OBS was changed. That timer, that
this
fell
week.
over.
Just this week, not last week. So yeah. So
Yeah,
I've
this
deleted
week
them.
for that. Last
Yeah.
week was alright.
So I've deleted them all there. So I'm live. You're live. You live? Not live. Almost live.
Yeah, my timer my timer fell over, Alan, in the OBS setting, so I'll have to find it and reset it again.
so
you want me-
OBS update or Zoom update or both?
To start the
I got
video?
no idea. I got
Zoom
no
seemed
idea.
to have had a
Okay.
different start screen when I came in.
So for the peanuts, it's Lindsay's video from 5 days ago. Flat Earth, a photon, your moon sine/sine waves. It's very clever there, very clever. And Euclid's fifth postulate.
Well, I don't mind just playing
I can't
it,
even remember what
as long as
Euclid's
the
fifth
peanuts
postulate
can
is.
hear it. If you just haven't got a sound set up for them to hear it, I don't know what you're going to do.
Well, they can't hear it on the stream.
They'd have to hear it through here to be
yeah,
able
one
to
of
hear
us,
it on the
one
stream.
of us will have to share it. Other than
Yeah, no, they can hear it on the stream. I'm
Mm-hmm.
playing it right now, so that's all right.
So you're playing
But we can't hear it.
Euclid.
Yeah,
I can't hear it.
Yeah,
I can't see it.
Yeah, one of us.
the
us will
parallel
have to share.
postulate.
Yeah, no.
In geometry, the parallel postulate, also called Euclid's fifth postulate. Let's bring it over so everyone can see. Because it is the fifth postulate in Euclid's Elements, is a distinctive axiom in Euclidean geometry. It states that in two-dimensional geometry, if a line segment intersects two straight lines forming two interior angles on the same side that are less than two right angles, then the two lines, if extended indefinitely, meet on that side on which the angles sum to less than two right angles. Oh no, I'm too tired to understand. But anyway,
Hi again, Armageddon.
I don't know.
What
Does
happened
anyone,
to
does anyone try and
the-
explain this in as if they're talking to a 2-year-old?
Yeah, it's
What have I got that?
when you draw two lines across another line, if the angles are both are less than 90 degrees, the two lines will meet at some point eventually to form a triangle.
Oh right, yeah, obviously. Okay. I don't know. That was a very long-winded, because back in the day, obviously they wanted to say long-winded. All right.
That's the problem with Euclid's postulates. They use effectively what is now archaic language,
Yeah.
and when you think about it simply, draw two lines that cross that first line. If the angles are less than 90 degrees for each
Then
on
that's
that
definitely
side,
gonna meet.
then eventually the two lines will meet and form a triangle.
Maybe someone should rewrite Euclid's Elements.
Well, they have.
Have they?
Yeah,
All right.
in more usable language, but
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
many times. All right,
But unfortunately, the Bevites and others,
can't read.
because I know that Lindsay is not a Bevite, but the Bevites and others seem very, very, very wedded to using and only using Euclid's postulates as written or as translated a couple of hundred years ago.
Yeah.
By
And
various
the other thing as well, like Bev and the Bevites, they only focus on Euclidean geometry, and not non-Euclidean. which basically just means they're ignoring large aspects of
Everything.
reality, really. Yeah, should we kick off the video, because the quicker we start it, the quicker we get it out of the way. It's like ripping off a band-aid with Lindsay, isn't it? We want the talk.
Yeah, but as long as we can hear it, that's the issue.
I think we'll be right. Give it a go.
soon. So yeah. Can you hear it?
No.
No.
No?
And I'm pleased with this.
Nothing to hear.
That's actually, yeah. All right. Is there an option where I have to click audio when I'm sharing my screen? Yeah,
No.
share sound. I don't know why they don't
Okay, go for it.
automatically check that. It's the same with StreamYard. All right, so you should be able to hear it now.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds it.
Welcome everybody, welcome to the Tomb of Elimination. Now, today's video...
Hang on, sorry, did he just even get it wrong and say illumination instead of illumination?
Yeah.
He gets everything wrong.
He got his own channel
Today's
right
video, what is a proton?
It's coming out really choppy.
Not another note.
Yeah, it's very choppy from your end.
Oh, that's probably my internet. Someone else will have to do it. He also just said, what is a... Yeah, all right. Someone else
Yeah,
will
he
have to
did
do
say
it.
what
Also,
is a
my
proton.
internet's not that good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So his channel name wrong, and
Oh.
he got his video ID.
Well, I can try to give it a go, and if I don't work, well, we'll know.
Then we'll
We'll
have a
soon
fourth
find
stream.
out.
Yeah.
We'll soon find out.
Sorry about that, guys.
You
No
tried.
drama.
I tried.
You tried.
Yeah.
You tried and failed. No, tried and died.
If at first you don't
That's my
succeed,
mama on toast.
Give up.
perhaps skydiving is not for you.
Yes.
If at first you do succeed, try to hide your astonishment.
Oh, wrong thing. Got to go back to that. Got a pin, don't I? That's the one.
Oh, I was
Blur
very,
your
very.
background works quite good on Zoom.
I'm not hiding all this lot. It cost me a bloody fortune to get this lot. I'm not going to hide it.
He's proud of it.
Well, no, I'm just trying stuff out.
The other day I said, haha, I've got 11, I've hit 1,100 actual physical books. It's 1,100. It's 1,104 now.
You've hit 1,100 physical books, and now you can't move ever again.
1,104. I've had another 4 turn up this week so far, and it's only Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's quite good there. It's an addiction. And I can't...
It doesn't do well with hair.
No, yeah, struggle with things like that, yeah.
Yeah. That was fun for a
Should
minute.
be right, I think. I've got that right. Everything's good on my end,
Yeah,
Matt.
we can see it. Hopefully you got way better.
The internet's not a problem.
Which isn't odd.
Yeah, internet's not a problem.
Where's Matt?
Did we lose space, Matt?
You just said, oh, Matt, and I thought, where is he? I can't see him.
We lost space, Matt.
Don't you love how Lindsay keeps awarding himself Nobel Prizes? Not quite sure he knows how that works.
It's the Ig Nobel Prize that he.
Well,
keeps
yeah,
winning.
it's not just that someone else actually awards you, like a committee or whatever. It's also that your idea has to be based in reality.
There's no need for that sort of talk.
Yeah.
Blimey.
Now, what are we going to do without space?
Well, maybe
Matt,
he's
to say
found
those two difficult words that we need spoken.
He might have found an insane asylum called Nobel,
Get on with it.
and he just thinks it's.
Well, I'm
Nobel,
trying to
and
give the
they
hint,
just-
but
just
Blimey won't
placate
keep
him
quiet for 5
every night.
seconds.
He won't
I
stop
don't know if he
talking.
can hear me.
Excuse me, Terry.
Yeah,
Press play.
I will. I don't know if Limey could hear me.
I actually couldn't hear. Probably because I wouldn't shut up.
Yeah, That might
Oh,
have
that
something to
helped.
do with it, yeah.
I can hear you. If you
keep
press
cutting
play,
out
I'd
of
shut
the-
up
on
anyway.
a-
That's
Oh,
all
geez.
you had to do. So,
Limey.
mhm.
Quiet.
Did somebody else just drop?
Did Terry just go again?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Welcome everybody.
I just
Welcome
heard
to
the
the Tomb of Elimination. Now, today's video. What is a proton? Oh no, not another Nobel Prize, Lindsay.
It's a
You're about
crappy
to
car.
explain what a photon is, and I don't think scientists
Oh,
explained
it's
it
a
properly to
proton.
anybody.
Proton, yeah, proton's a car.
So I've just done a post on Facebook. I thought, well, it's worth a video. So I'll read you the post I put up on Facebook, and then we'll just go over a few details and draw a few pictures so you understand what I'm talking
You
about.
already got a pair of glasses on, Lindsay? Oh, okay, sorry.
See, understanding the flat Earth model, this channel's all about the design, the flat Earth design, all the physics involved. Once you understand the flat Earth
Physics.
model, you start to understand all the physics.
Having a fucking laugh, isn't
You can go and check what
Excuse my
science
French.
knows
What
about it,
physics?
and then go back to your flat Earth design and
You
go,
you haven't mentioned any
really?
physics at all, Lindsay.
that's what it is. That's what it means. And you can explain it to people a bit better. Well, you certainly understand it a lot better than what these flippant scientists try to describe and all their jargon. It all comes down to a basic point, a focal point, that you will understand. Way before you try and understand those guys, get anything out of those guys. But anyway, this is my post. Oh no, not another Nobel Prize, Lindsay. Ho hum.
No.
A photon is the smallest possible vibration of an electromagnetic wave. In other words, it is the focal point in the manifestation of its frequency wave, which is more or less a particle. Particles are waves in brackets. The best in science, isn't it? Take our sun, for example. We cannot have an electromagnetic field without first having the ignition at the point of creation. But once the ignition back at creation takes place, man's pupil gets to see an image,
Question.
which is the photon/sun in the electromagnetic wave.
If you please, Terry.
More proof that the
Oh,
wandering
sorry,
stars
my
are
fingers were
photons,
doing something
focal
else.
points of the respective energy fields as secondary
Is
to
it-
creation.
Is
And
it
only seen by
cutting
man
in
as
and out
images
for
due to his
everyone
black
else?
hole pupil
Or is
No.
it my
images
internet?
of the
That's
sustained
you.
Your internet.
frequency out of the black hole of creation.
All right.
They
I'm
are
going to
seen
jump
as
off
signs,
today.
just
I
as
think
the
my
Bible
internet's
states.
just going in and out. So
This is
I'm
also
going
an
to watch it from the
explanation as to
live
why
chat.
All right.
Like,
I'll see you there.
we can never see creation. Why it is just a thought and only described in a metaphysical or metaphorical way. To us, it comes
Well,
from
big
nothing.
words, Lindsay.
So it
Careful.
is observed as the focal point in the wave. We as light are also created within the wave/wave, outside of creation. We are in the expressed field of the initial ignition, now observable as the focal points, images of the resonant frequencies. Just as the sand forms patterns on the plates vibrating to a certain frequency. We all exist as holograms in the atmospheric moisture. We only think everything is physical due to our programming/5 senses. There's a guy on YouTube or Facebook, I didn't bother searching for it, who's
well,
very
it must
good
be right
at
then.
showing us the
Ah.
frequencies in water and the shapes that are forming in
Ah.
water. Like they're almost faces, human faces, and get frequency right. The photon or particle is at the center of this wave pattern. See the photo below. Check out the ancient Egyptian photo. Now, you're not going to see this photo, I think. Well, you might. But basically, everything exists in a wave. Right, the center of that wave is the photon. It's the focal point. It's the lowest vibrational point. Now, in this picture here, this is an ancient, I don't think you're going to see that, an ancient hieroglyph or painting on the walls in Egypt. I'm sure you can see that. But look,
We can't see anything, Lindsay.
it's just zero.
That's-
Yeah.
where's the thing?
Ah,
On those resonating, vibrating plates, the sand forms those patterns.
learn how to
They
go
know-
on
they
the
know- they know
internet,
everything's
Lindsay, and get an
away.
image and add it to your screen.
So,
To your,
explain a few things.
forget it.
Well, I showed you the picture of the waves. I don't need to draw that now.
Can't help.
So everything else, that works on the flat Earth design. All the energy comes out of the center Arctic. It's waveform and wave. Imagine the wave coming all the way out. it only goes so far. A wave doesn't go for infinity. This is why we can only go so far in our realm to the southern perimeter here before the wave collapses. And this is the whole toroidal field of our Earth. It collapses at the end. But then it finds its way back. It's a recycling, returning wave. It's the toroidal field.
Really?
Dear. Oh, no.
So this is why they bring you the ball, you see. The wave can only go so far. But it must be
It stops.
this perimeter. It gives us the dual action of the return.
See the little mites turning those cogs over while he's trying to think.
Take the mickey out of the globe idea.
He's just trying to make more shit up.
Yeah.
But it's due to the mirroring effect of the celestial tropical gap, you see. And science hasn't spoken about this with their spinning ball. So it's not going to work with a spinning ball because you're not getting this this overall shape of the Earth. Where the hyperboloid
Just loves drawing boobs, doesn't he?
is being expressed out this
Who
way.
doesn't?
But you have the dielectric plate where the field comes down, goes like this. So this image we're getting here is parabolically imaged here. What you're seeing there is being parabolically imaged there. It's a mirror effect.
No,
All the
it's
stars
not.
are here, the same stars.
I don't know how.
We're seeing
I don't know how I could do that.
What the hell does parabolically imaged mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Might have to Google it. Paul, and see what it says.
Right here. This is creation here. It's a blown up image of what's going on in here.
He just drew two boobs down there. I could. The pen didn't work too good.
So I'm going on the top of my head how to explain that returning magnetic field cycle like this. But it obviously goes so far and then it returns. But it flows out positive. It flows out positive, then goes negative,
Just magically.
negative,
By magic.
then up positive,
But he's not crossing the streams.
That's all right then.
go down back into the negative Earth again, then back up here, where it becomes positive at this point. Well, it's probably become positive as soon as it leaves the Earth. It's being drawn up to the sun.
I know what I'm
The
positive
actual
about.
sun creation. So I've wandered away from my purpose of the moon video. But anyway, let's try and find our way back. The photon is the focal point in a wave. This is why we see the planets. They're the focal points.
A photon is a
Because
focal
we have to go
point
back
in
to
the
the
wave.
arc of horizon.
Well, I better write that one down just in case I need it.
Closest. And look,
Yeah,
Saturn.
definitely.
Saturn's not way up there, way out there. It's because look, it's the furthest
Way
away
up,
from
way
us.
up.
When you look at the shape.
No, I don't know
Right.
if it's that, no.
So you can think of this as layered frequency waves, frequency bands, and you're getting a photon image. There's the focal point. The focal point comes out of creation. It's an image. It's a sign from dead center in here, where the energy comes out of this place here, and then creation is perpendicular to our physical realm, or 90 degrees. So that becomes this way.
Oh, no.
Because that becomes this way.
Oh, I missed that
It's
bit.
this way.
I'm not going to
Did
read
you
one.
say perpendicular to our
So out here we
physical
have
realm?
Saturn, right?
Yeah, what does that
Where
mean?
That's
Yeah.
the weakest field. We right out here, the weakest field. Expanded, the wave is expanded. You've got to take us as the center point. You can say we're a photon in the center of our realm. But there has to be a focal point in these gaseous frequency layers. And that's what the photon is. It's the
What
image
the hell is a gaseous frequency layer?
unseen back in creation,
Oh, critical think's trying to confuse me now. What?
expressed out. So it's expressed out. And we're in this expressed out field. We are walking in this wave. So man can never leave this cycle, this wave
Blah,
of
blah, blah,
energy
blah.
from its center. We can only go so far and the wave dies. Just like man will die. You're going to go so far. It's all based on pressure. That's why we cannot leave our realm. Just like you can't go up too far. You just can't get out, can we?
Oh, we can't get out.
So this is when you start thinking,
That.
what's our purpose in life? Then you have to go back to my other videos explaining what it's all about. It's about waking up the human brain. And going within, not trying to get out. That's for dummies. You've got to go within.
Oh yeah.
What's like the human
Oh,
brain?
okay.
Look, two hemispheres of the human brain. Not a tropical gap. This is the northern hemisphere. Center of your brain. The gap between the two hemispheres is here actually, but overall it's there. Break
Oh
it
my
down.
God.
There's your two hemispheres, left and right brain. So with your thalamus, the thalamus is the hidden brain, your second brain or third brain, third eye. Like the Akasha records are in that thalamus. And this is all exposed for us in the Bosnian pyramid, where they've got that ceramic stone. That ceramic stone is a representation of your thalamus. Believe it or not. And what's carved?
I don't believe it.
Ceramic stone. Exactly what I've been saying in my videos. It's all about we are locked. The gates are shut. We're born into darkness. My mind is shut. When the gates are open,
No, shut the gate.
you are free. So when the gates are opened, there's a celestial alignment. That's basically what's written on this stone in ancient European language, and they've deciphered it. It says, we're stuck here, the gates are closed, we must fight like warriors till the stargate opens. And the stargate is all about a celestial alignment that I've talked about a lot. I haven't given the full story because I'm going to put it in a book.
Because he hasn't made it up yet.
So,
Did he just say he's going to put it in a book?
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Keeps threatening to put all this nonsense in a book.
These.
He's been
Layers.
threatening
Oh yeah,
that
but
for
you've got to
months.
subscribe to his
The sun and the
Patreon
moon
to
are
get
separated.
extra
As man and woman are separated in this physical world. We're
Yes,
not one
Alan,
anymore.
hasn't he? He's been
Back-
threatening it for
back at
quite a while.
creation, so there's our black hole. Well, the black hole doesn't go like that. That's what how can we imagine it as in the dual force, the dual world,
$1,000 up front,
duality. But in reality, the black hole is like this, flatlined. Everything is in there. Well, where's in there? Exactly. It's a thought,
Oh,
center of the mind. We have to go there. This is what
Why is he
meditation
saying
all about.
exactly when nobody said anything?
Not
Yeah,
exercising
exactly.
in physical
Exactly.
motion.
Exactly.
It's first
Exactly.
The voices in his head are
the
agreeing with him.
vibrations. What is the vibration? The
Yeah.
frequency is aligning,
I don't know. Maybe.
basically aligning your
I
chakra
didn't disagree with him.
frequency wise. Aligning.
Are you on your 2 tin cans and a piece of string today, Alan?
I am indeed.
Okay. We can barely hear you, so if you do want to talk, I'll stop.
The chakra rate helps raise the kundalini. So it's the vibration, the om, that sort of
Oh my
thing.
God.
And after you've done
Oh, no,
15
we're
of
into
those,
chanting.
not 15,000 like some culture tells you. I think it was Muslims who do 15,000. No, it's 15. Then you sit in deep meditation, go deep, relax, full relaxation into deep, deep meditation to find this deep, dark zone, place of rest.
You had me worried for a
Okay.
sec, Terry.
And this helps
Why,
you
what happened?
raise this
I
kundalini.
was watching your stream and it
Look
paused
at this.
because
What's
you
that behind the
paused to
human body?
talk to. It looked like it is frozen.
Your sacrum. Look, it's the bottom half of Earth. Bottom half of Earth. The sacrum, there's 8 holes. Those 8 holes represent phases of the moon. You have to know your phase, your sign, your moon sign.
What? I thought the planets were in
Your
there.
moon sign will fall in,
And the sun.
your moon will fall into a sign in one of the phases. Depends on the phase it's in as to what strength it'll have on you, what effect it'll have on your body. And you have to find out what your moon sign is. And that's at creation.
How
Your
come
moon
everyone
sign
has the same
At
face?
the
that
full
creation?
moon, do we turn into a
Nothing
werewolf?
Nothing to do with your birth.
Oh,
The moon is the mother of creation. You've been
I didn't mean to call you
created at
Meatloaf
that
Jack.
point of conception. That means nothing about moon sign. The birth sign. Birth sign is your sun. When you come into the light of the world, you come into the light of the world. That's your sun. Where's the sun? That's point. That's your sun sign. But
What
more
if you were
importantly,
born in
it's
the
moon sign.
dark like you were, Lindsay?
Understanding a moon sign. Nobody's been told it's a conception. It's pretty tricky to find, but you'll get close enough because usually they're there for about 2.5, 3 days.
Sun's in the
So
middle.
if you're close enough, you will sense. Just keep an eye on the monthly signs, and you'll sense where you feel better. What day you'll feel better in the month. As to
Oh dear.
what sign it is.
This is
You'll
getting
find it.
really bad.
And then you're going to need to read my book because that's going to be really buzzy for anybody.
Mhm.
Whether you're Christian, anti-Christian, atheist, agnostic, spiritual, La La Land, whatever.
La La Land, yeah.
You're all going to want to know.
La la la.
The photon.
He's been listening
Oh,
to
I've
FC
seen that.
Montreal.
Yeah, look, you
Yep.
did straight
He's the
lines.
freaking mayor of La La
He's a
Land.
straight line, right? 2 straight lines. You know, science doesn't know any of this. They're just full of it. They make it all up. That's the truth here. Those are the two straight lines.
You don't?
And infinity is going around your dome.
Well, you've
your
been
arc
listening to
horizon.
Bev again now with lines.
Okay? These atmospheric layers. Imagine
The
that
projection is
the highest
just
frequency
incredible.
up here. It's a shorter wave. Slightly bigger wave. A still wave. And then a bigger wave. And a bigger wave. It's a no-brainer.
Yes,
Saturn,
you
Jupiter,
are.
Mars, Venus, Mercury, the sun at the top. Sun sits at the top. At least that's Christ at the top. At least science tells us the moon's at the bottom, closest to us. Right there.
You heard it from Lindsay.
Separated.
Christ is a
You're
nipple.
not seeing to the light spectrum. You see the moon, are you? Going with the sun. You're seeing through all these bands. You see the bright, pure white light of the sun. Down here, the moon. Remember, the moon and the
Yeah,
sun
but
are
why is
one.
the sun white when we see it on Earth?
Back at creation. In our physical world, they're separated, male and female. So you have to consider these as one. Start understanding that the moon is like the shadow of the sun. I've done videos on that. But I've done that and explained it
Shadow,
well.
what?
Oh no!
Oh, the sun casts a shadow.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
No,
infinity
he said the moon is the
around
shadow of
the
sun.
dome.
Oh, the moon is
Oh,
a shadow.
okay, yeah.
Oh, right.
This angle here, around the
Moon's the
dome.
shadows.
In the fifth postulate, this angle here, and what is this angle here? This angle equals the opposite angle that came up here. Go check it out anyway. Not on the top of my head right now.
What, math is not very good?
So you learned two things today. A little bit more about Euclid. You believe what a photon is? It's a secondary image. It's a sign. It's the lowest vibrational density of a wave.
Here you go, rub it all out.
Right here. 0 point. 0 point energy. Wave.
Oh, I was waiting for
Wave.
him to say 0 point.
Happens there back in creation, right back in there. We see the photon, the image, in the expressed hyperboloid realm that we all live in. Out here. Where's the image? Remember, this is not horizontal now. Horizontal in creation, it's this way.
He's definitely been listening to Bev.
Producing the sun. Get it? It's an image. Man's image, only seen due to his pupils. Like science say, is it a wave or is it a photon, is it a particle? Not a particle till we observe it. Well, you need your pupils to observe something. When it comes to the heat of the sun, that's another story. There's no
How's the
heat coming
camera
off that
spread?
sun.
Does that work?
The heat is within the magnetic field.
The
And that's to
heat's
do
what?
with
The
the
heat's not coming from the sun?
Story. The heat is within the earth, not comes from without,
Huh?
Yeah,
It's
it's
a focal
in
point.
the earth.
which is, so that's the focal point.
You said that
Attached to
before.
the-
Yeah.
Milky Way comes out of there. Always point of creation, bang, get a photon at the end of the Milky Way. That's what we see. That's our image of the sun. That's the image of the plasma that's created back here. But then you go into metaphysics because there's nothing there at all. Just look, it's flat line. You don't know. The deep story. So I'm going to build the Euclids. We know what a photon is now. We have to wait to see if this guy gets a Nobel Prize one day.
What's this we, Lindsay?
It goes against the grain, goes against all the bullshit. And it's thanks to this YouTube channel. Learned a bit about the sacrum, the moon phase, the moon cycles, the moon, not cycles, signs, the moon signs, very important.
Thought
Go
that was the
check
black
out,
hole.
Go find your moon sign, reaction, conception. Okay, guys, very informative. You won't find this anywhere else. No
No,
way.
No, we agree with you there,
It's here.
Lindsay.
Thank
Get it out there. Everybody else can start talking about it on the channel, but then there's spiritual channels and similar stuff to this, but they don't know all this
No,
stuff.
you're in a world of your own here, Lindsay, with all this.
Right?
Even other
And
flat earthers
maybe.
don't even know what you're talking
Out there,
about.
Thanks for watching.
Oh,
wow, that was
yeah, that was painful.
yeah.
That was
That
him.
really hurt.
I'm glad I managed to distract myself with some work. Christ, that was
Well, I was trying to read the side chat as well, so I missed some of the things he might have said. They might have been important, but it's okay.
No.
doubt it.
Oh, okay.
I think you
Well,
missed
back to the scientists, because I'm not sure if we actually
one. No, we fell over.
fulfilled that.
Ah,
I think there was
Did we
a
fall off
suggestion
with that?
from Matt, but Matt's gone now. So Matt's Google Foo was good.
Somebody said Lisal was the last name, wasn't it? Somebody earlier?
No, not LaSalle. I'll post the clue again just in case. There
Yeah.
you go.
Hang on, let me just check the internet history.
Because we lost the
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Just open that tab up again. Oh yeah. It was
So
him.
today's scientist was a Genevan physicist noted for his theory of gravitation, ultra-mundane corpuscles, his invention of an electric telegraph, and the anticipation of the kinetic theory of gases.
Yeah, that guy.
Corpuscles.
We've got Lesage.
Yeah, we do.
The sage
Boltzmann.
is it. Yes.
George Lewis Lesage.
So that's Carl. And we need the G-L, Carl.
How did you get Boltzmann?
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm trying to work out. Had said Boltzmann.
Boltzmann.
Where do you get that from?
It's not a B in there anywhere.
Yeah.
Literally, in the answers name, there isn't a B anywhere.
Paul's avatar, he's got the letters there, Hads.
Oh dear.
Timbo's put an internal guess in.
No, we already said who it was. So.
Oh my god, is this Pushytrons?
Yes.
It's Pushytrons.
Hey! Shout out to Pushytrons.
What do we got?
Now, was I able to get anywhere before when we were talking about something? Was we able to get anywhere with that?
I don't know. Where did you get? That's the answer to that question. Where did you get to?
Where did I get to that? I think we're trying to figure out what Witless was trying to go on about with that curve calculation. But I know Wally already did his video on it. But I was listening to Witless over on Geo's, I think it was yesterday, bringing it all up again about the delay and
is that why you're looking at it again?
Yeah.
It's a Witless.
Because I grabbed those images. Where did I hide them? Oh yeah. Gotta find them again. Oops. No, you don't want that for now. I'll see if I can find them.
Oh, did you see Paul's got his doctorate up in the video?
Oh, it's
yes.
Blue Marble Scientism.
Conferred as Doctor of Blue Marble Science. Or it's just pin that sort of method.
Rather than just a certificate.
So I need that.
And there's me. All I've got is a general certificate of Blue Marble Science.
Yeah, well.
That's right. I don't even have a diploma.
And you got you definitely have to get one. Can
Yeah.
you send $100 to Blue's Patreon account?
If I had $100, I'd spend it on myself. But I don't. I've got children.
I don't have children.
I don't know if I'm able to use my thumbnail.
Well, I've got two stepsons, but I don't. They have none of my money. Well, the eldest does in a roundabout way. I guess I help to pay his wages at the garage.
How can I get mine, Alan?
Well, yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I not only do I have children, I have grandchildren now. So double whammied.
I don't think I've got to worry about that for a little while yet. But then you look.
You hope.
So do I have to?
Might get any difference to me anyway.
So to put that image up as my avatar, do I got to save the image first, don't I?
Yeah, save the image and then.
Well, I save the image first.
Well, it should be saved. I sent it to you as a file.
Did you? I thought it was
Yeah.
just in me DM.
Yeah, as a file. You just save that. So I thought
As a
you just
file?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, you've
just
still
an
got to
image.
download it and save it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, the image. I got the
Oh.
image.
Yeah, just download it.
and-
Click on Open Original, and then save
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go, guys, because Rosie and the Crotch Goblins have arrived.
Oh, okay, Alan.
Say hello to her for us.
Say hi to Rosie and the little rugrat for me.
I will.
See you later, mate.
Okay, I've saved the image.
And then, yeah, just change your avatar in your settings.
Okay.
Oh, here they come. See you later, guys.
See you later.
Yeah.
Alan.
See you, mate.
Okay. Can I change it? Do I change me virtual or video setting?
Just your
Change it
Zoom.
in Zoom.
Just change in Zoom.
Yeah, that's where I am. I'm in Zoom now.
Yeah.
In my video settings.
Just go to settings and change your background. Yeah. Your Mutty.
Which one's background?
So, sorry, go video settings.
Profile.
Yeah,
Go to profile.
Yeah, I'm in the settings now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, profile. Yeah, I got it.
Edit my
Oh no,
profile
that's not what I do.
No?
No?
No, it's in the virtual background thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do it there. Yeah, just add it then.
Yeah. I thought I was in the right place.
Where's chat gone? Oh, there it is.
Where
I
is
can't
it?
do a
Where is
poll.
it? Background.
Oh, okay. That's weird. I'm naked.
Image.
Yes, Irish Stew. I heard their very latest track a couple of days ago, I think. Yeah. Wait and see what the whole album's like, I think.
Okay, will that work? Ah, that didn't work. I broke it.
Oh dear. We can see some of it.
How do you make it smaller?
don't
What
know.
have you done? You've done as a background, yeah?
I don't know. Yeah, I went into video settings and put it in as background and effect,
Okay.
but it's too big, so it's not going to fit that way.
Let's see how that works.
All right.
Background and effects.
Usually it fits to the thing. 'Cause where's me blue ball come from? It's not written there. Why is it on there? That should be in there. The blue ball for the background. I don't know why it's coming up.
It's in your profile, Terry.
Oh, okay. That's why it's probably doing it.
It's
You
your
just did
profile
this.
image.
Yeah, you did do the virtual background, didn't you?
Yeah, you go to your. That'll
Yeah, it
take you
should-
to the Google page
Yeah, it should just fit.
profile, and you got to sign in and everything to get through to that way. Okay, I thought there'd be an easier way to do it without having to go through all that sign in again.
Backgrounds.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
I
Oh,
don't know. When I do it in Zoom, it just fits to the background.
yeah, I went through the video settings,
Yeah, and virtual backgrounds and added a
or
background.
choose virtual background.
No,
I've
Yeah, that's
grabbed
not
it.
the virtual
I've-
background that
I've-
you need.
And I've grabbed it out of my file to add image.
Yeah, and then you just select which one you
Maybe
want.
it. Yeah,
I'm
I
just saying
grabbed
when
it
I
as an
selected-
image.
When I select an image, it just goes full screen. It's like it fits it to the screen. So, bit odd.
No, mine doesn't do that. Yeah.
No.
I don't know what's going on.
I'll show you a psychedelic turtle. It's a bit funny because the background goes weird with the avatar. There we go.
Why is it doing that?
Again. Ooh!
Why am I appearing in your certificate?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out what's going on here. I broke it.
You've put the
I don't know.
the Zoom feed as the video somehow. How'd you do that?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to figure out what I've done wrong.
Well, that'd be your OBS camera, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. Over there. No, it should be that.
Yeah, that's your profile image.
It says pinned. All right, that might be what it is. Remove pin. So you can edit profile picture, that one. Oh, you can do it that way. Edit profile picture.
That's the one.
There you go. That's the one. You had to do the little 3 dots on your background. And now you can reduce it to fit. Save. No, it didn't. Oh, there it goes.
There it is.
There you go. I knew there was an easier way to do it than going through all the other rigmarole. Well, anyway, back to what I was...
What are you doing?
I'd like to make these a bit smaller now. I can't see them.
What are you doing?
That's that image. And that's that image.
People don't like my hat. They're making fun of my hat.
How do I get...
What the heck is going on with yours, Timbo?
Just really. I'll stop. As I said, it's psychedelic.
That should...
Turn off the camera.
He's just baying Soleil.
It just goes really funny because of the puppet. It doesn't quite work out what's real and what's not. So it keeps going funny. You can't
I've had
get
problems sometimes.
Yeah.
No, that's the best I can do that.
Where's Zoom gone?
Is it back to front?
Zoom.
Oh, it's back to front.
Oh, it looks fine from here.
Okay, it looks fine to use, guys.
Blurry, bud.
Is it blurry?
Quite.
Can't really.
Woo.
If I make it smaller, I don't think it helps.
Okay, that's trippy. Turtle.
What did Turtle do?
I blurred
He's
it.
playing
and
with
make
filters,
a
I think.
Ghost. I can be a ghost. I'll show you how to make. I'll make Turtle a ghost. Yeah, or you just go back into settings. If
So
I do
that
this, you can become
was
a ghost.
posted in Gems as a curve calculation that I think Whitsett might have done it. I'm not 100% sure, but he was implying that he used those numbers, and that was some sort of meme that he had as well. So going back to what Wally had, I'd have to get Wally's video back. I couldn't make heads or tails of what they were talking about for the. So I remember going through that video and watching where the rocket was just appearing above the trees. They got here at 27 seconds after launch.
Yeah.
Supposedly the distance to the right was 12.25 miles as they've got here, but they've got eyesight height level is 100 feet. They weren't at 100 feet, that's for sure. Where's that video? Just remove that. Go back there.
Great, Carl. It's
I
not
think
your
so.
eyes this time.
Yeah. Okay, stop that video. But that other one. Now I can see the benefits of having another screen.
Does make it a lot
Indeed.
easier.
Yeah, it doesn't it?
It is very handy.
Maybe you need 4 screens like Paul has.
Yeah, it is very handy. You just shift things around.
Yeah, I got to play with a 3x2 6-screen setup. That was fun.
Yeah, that's yeah.
But every time I walked away, the guy that was using it changed them so that they were arranged virtually as a 6x1.
Yeah, yeah.
So to get from the top screens to the bottom screens, you had to go right. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
I would do that, but not for the reasons he would have done it.
I did at one point contemplate just rearranging all of them into a random pattern. So, to get from the top left to the next one to the right, you have to actually go down.
Yeah, you could do that. Mack it up completely. That's what I do. Put them in random order.
I think that's about the furthest back before he zoomed it in with the launch. And I was trying to look at the image, trying to figure out if that was 100 feet. Can't tell with that play bars across the bottom there.
That does look like 100
What's
feet.
what's 100 feet in meters roughly?
Yeah, 30.
Yeah, 30.
Yeah.
30 meters.
Almost exactly.
30.48 meters.
Because there's a pole or some sort of tower thing there to the right. And you've got street lights and lamps in that building. I know street lamps are about 13 feet. I don't know if they are in meters. I know they're about 13, 14 feet.
Yeah, he's
Well,
not much higher
30,
than that, is he?
30 meters.
But if you look at the top
No,
of the roof, we're pretty close with the roof line there. And so from the garage there, I'd put him at about 10, 15 meters. Or in
Is there
line with
two
that garage.
two roof lines there we can line up?
No, you only need one. So you can, because the roof
Yeah,
is
but
pretty
if your eye
parallel.
line goes across two roof lines of the same height and they're level with each other, then you'll know.
Yeah, or if we go across one roof line,
Yeah, not
and
in this.
it's flat. But anyway, he's not that.
I know, I was just trying to work out if he was at 100 feet.
Well, it's what
There's only
elevation
one
he's at.
building there, I can't, yeah.
So
Hard to
whereabouts
tell.
in the world is he?
Florida.
It's 112 miles, roughly west. I don't know if it's north-northwest or
Of Kennedy.
or south of west in
taking
Florida.
They're
Well,
taking
that's
off
the
from
thing.
Kennedy.
I'd say that's where.
Unless you've got specific numbers, you need like his location, his exact elevation, all
Yeah.
those kinds of things. But you haven't got those, and so he can't really justify what he's saying because without that information, you can just hand wave and say, well, we don't know. It's just.
Well, that's what I wanted to sort of do not a benchmark, but a
Yeah.
rough calculation of at sea level or 1 meter off the ground or whatever in comparison to see what the curve calculator would have said. Any different to
Yeah,
what
you're
they've
gonna,
given us.
you're really going to be guessing, to be honest with you, because even
Yeah.
when you look at those rooftops, I mean, to me, you don't look level with the rooftops. You're a little bit slightly higher, but again, you're still not really going to get any accurate kind of figure. It's just impossible.
Yeah.
Because he's not giving.
Well, he's
any kind of
guesstimating that he
indication.
was Whitless put
Yeah, it's
100 feet
Yeah, exactly.
height, the viewer height.
Yeah, we don't know that. He's going to have to
Yeah.
show. He's going to have to show that. You know what I mean? He's going to have to prove that. Otherwise, it's
And the
meaningless.
distance too. We don't. Like trying to find that place where he was. I tried to look on Google Earth, but
Yeah, I mean, you potentially could find it, geolocate it, but again, you're still going to be guessing. So,
yeah.
No.
I mean, you can get to the street view. You can sort of, if you could, near there, if it was possible. Sort of
I mean,
like
if
try to
he's
get a
making
comparison.
if he's making these claims, he's going to have to prove what he's claiming, basically.
Yeah.
We can't just take his word for it.
So
Nobody can.
what did he say he was? 100 and something, 112
Yeah,
miles, he reckons.
112 miles. He's not saying what actual direction he was from it, but the rocket was going away from him.
Which should know better than this, you know. I mean, does he not think that Globers are going to go after him and say, "Well, hang on a minute. Well, where exactly were you? Can you prove your elevation? Can you prove what direction you were looking at? All these kinds of different things. You know, without that, he should know better than that, and he's doing it on purpose. You know, I suspect he is lying. I think it's all a complete lie. I don't think he's 112 miles away at all.
Well, that would put him on the west coast, and if he was
near the
west
coast,
of it,
yeah,
he's in High Point or Brooksville.
I know he's definitely not. He's definitely not as close as the where you can go to actually pay to view the launch. No, he's not nowhere near there. I'll give him that much. But 112 miles.
The ground elevation in that area ranges from 24 to about 47 meters. So that blows us 100 feet up out of the water immediately.
Well, he could claim that he was standing on something, couldn't he? A building or a tower or something.
That screws up his elevation. His elevation is wrong in what he's entered. Because he's standing on top of something. He's above the ground level, and the ground level on average in there is over 100 feet. So add another 100 feet. 100 feet plus whatever his height above ground is.
So which is worse for him? That he put the too high or too low? Then we don't know.
If he's higher up, then he would see the rocket at a lower elevation.
Yeah, you'd see it sooner. Yeah.
So let's go to that same site.
Where did he say it was? It was in Florida, and he went 100 miles. Did you say?
112 miles west.
112 miles.
From Cape Canaveral. Yeah.
Yeah, from Kennedy.
Yeah.
Kennedy rather than Cape. Yeah.
Kennedy or Cape
from Kennedy. It wasn't Canaveral.
Well, yeah.
Same
area.
area.
Same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Do we know what? I mean, if we really wanted to fine it down, we could try and find out which launch pad they were on, but it's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, it is pretty irrelevant at those distances, and it's not going to make a lot of difference, is it?
Yeah. All right. So at 112 miles, and let's say he's actually at 150 feet. That brings the obscured portion down to 6,274. If he's actually at 200 feet because he didn't look at the elevation, if he's 100 feet above what he thinks is the ground level, then he's more than that above sea level. So the obscured portion could be under 6,000 feet. So there's one problem. Then we've got, how certain are we that his 27 seconds is actually 27 seconds from when the launch started? Not very. It's just too many variables that we can't identify from his claim, or that we can't validate for his claim.
So many places he could be at 100.
Oh, and none of that includes refraction at all.
What's he trying to claim?
He's trying to claim, using the numbers that were on the things that Tery was showing there, that at 27 seconds after the launch, they could see the rocket flare, and that they shouldn't have been able to because the Earth curve should have obscured it at that point.
At 27 seconds after launch, that rocket was almost 2 miles up in the air.
Yeah, that's what Wolfie's calculation was.
I did it too.
Yeah.
They're saying that the telemetry puts it at 1.6 kilometers, which is
No, it doesn't.
significantly lower than that. That's what he's saying. So.
That's
bullshit.
All right, I'll go
bullshit.
pull that. I'll pull that up. We'll put an end to this shit.
Yeah. Did he say? Did he say what direction he was looking in, or where he was located at all?
Would be helpful. Because
No, we've just got a big circle, 112
yeah, so that's like
miles in radius around Canaveral.
it's almost like the other.
Yeah,
it's the other
exactly.
side of Florida, right?
Well, what's the calculations he's got written into this curve calculator there? I can't read that on my end.
It's 112 miles.
Yeah, but he's got this on the curve calculator here, something written.
Yeah, he's got his eye height at 100 feet and his target distance at 112 miles in this one as well.
Okay. And what's he got in the curve calculator here should be hidden or...
Same, well, hidden height in the curve calculator for 100 feet at 112 miles, I've got the same one up, is 6,635 feet. Which is around 2,000 meters. Whereas the one that you were just showing, the hidden height on that one, target hidden height comes out at 5,977 feet. So there's like a 600 odd foot difference in the output of those two calculations.
Total horse crap.
But if we go to Walter Bisland's,
Which launch was that?
It's Earth curve calculator.
Oh,
that's the one.
Was that the latest?
Yeah, I think
Heavy.
I think it was the latest heavy Falcon Heavy launch, which was USSF. Hang on, I have to look back. 63 or something. Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. I'll tell you when the date was as well. 1 second. Live.
Trying to find anything that looks like.
So that was USSF 90. Sorry, USSF 67 launch for Falcon Heavy.
I gave you a spanner, Hugh. You mustn't have been in here for a while.
And it actually launched from launch pad 39A, if that's any useful to you.
That might, I don't know, make a lot of difference. I'm looking through that.
Not a whole lot of difference, I
112.
think, really.
That 112 miles, I've got that in, you could probably see it on the screen, but I can't find anything that sort of matches. There's got to be something somewhere there. If it's there.
Yeah, I don't know what Wally had. I think Wally had different... He was doing the syncing. We're looking for other data.
And it was on the 15th of January, I believe, if that's any use.
Yeah, I think I need that video, not Wally's one.
That second image, the meme set that he's got, looks like it does actually include refraction. May include refraction. Unless I'm looking at this wrong.
Which one had the better... Which one were they video were they using for the comparison? The Astronomy Live or Reds or Raw Spaces? Because Wally's got a few of them there to link to the launch one. Yeah, that's Reds did it. Or SpaceX. Probably the SpaceX one they used.
He mentioned something about 20 seconds into the launch, did he say?
Yeah.
Something about, did somebody mention that earlier on?
27 seconds.
Oh, 27. Right, I can tell exactly what the
Okay,
actual
so
would have
20...
been.
Yeah, 27?
27 seconds, he would have won 1.6 kilometers in altitude.
Yeah, the claim is that they first saw the light from the thrusters, from the engines, at 27 seconds after launch.
Oh, bloody timers blocking the bottom thing's blocking me timers. I can't even read that. Okay.
Well, we're in the teens.
Yeah.
We're 10 seconds in. Between 10 and 19, inclusive.
Waiting for that to go to a 2.
Are you frame advancing or?
Yeah, I jumped it that way. I can only get rid of that. 26.
Yeah, so
That's
20
26.
27 seconds, it's about 1.6 kilometers up according to that altitude reading.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm 26 seconds. 26 seconds in, so that should be enough. They've got it in kilometers, have they? 1.6 kilometers.
Yep. Well, if you were saying 26, it'd be 1.5. It'd be more, slightly more. Not much.
Yeah, that's as close as I can get the timer because I can't read it underneath the bloody captions thing.
Well, you're on 26 when you stopped at an altitude of 1.6, so it'll be 26 and almost 27. So between 1.6 and 1.7 kilometers altitude.
Okay.
Yeah, you could safely say 1.6 kilometers. I don't think you're gonna get a lot of difference out of that.
Yeah, one more second. Yeah. I mean, I can jump it like that.
You're
but
talking half a
I
second.
can't see the.
You're talking half a second, don't you?
Yeah, how much does my thing move it? How many seconds? I don't know.
What is this kilometre you're talking about? Don't you mean kilometres?
It's not how we say it here, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, because we've got kilometres and feet, it's going to make it different. Wish Americans don't go to metric, make it easier to do things sometimes. We've got all this in feet here.
They do love their freedom units. That's the only country
Oh.
left in the world who uses it.
There's 3 countries.
Well,
that
we
use it.
do, but
He says in a country that still has speeds in miles an hour.
Don't you talk?
Yeah, well, we're quite comfortable with both. You have to be.
So plugging in their 100-meter eye height, which I don't agree with, I think they're higher, and their target distance of 112 into Walt Bislam, using standard refraction, the hidden height is 5,375 feet, which sounds remarkably close to a mile, which is 1.6 kilometers.
Okay.
So if we assume standard refraction, I don't know what the refraction would be like at that time of the night because I'm not a refraction guy, but if we assume standard refraction, it works perfectly.
Those trees are not the right horizon either.
No.
No.
You're not looking at it coming up over the horizon. You're seeing it coming up over a stand of trees. That's a little different.
We don't know what eye level is for them, so we don't know how much effect that has. We don't know the elevation of the trees, blah, blah, blah. There's
Well, one thing I do know is those trees are not below fucking sea level. I do know that.
Correct.
The trees are not below the horizon.
I agree. If his 27-second measurement is out by a second, then everything goes out the window anyway. If he's looking down on the trees, it changes things slightly. If his eye level above sea level is actually 150 feet, that changes it. There's too many problems. There is no way to validate this observation.
yeah, exactly what I was saying earlier on. There's not enough information.
They do that on purpose.
Yeah, of course he did, because he's lying.
And Terry's gone.
Where did Terry go?
Let's go again.
Oh, we've lost the stream.
That's probably because me joining. I think he's got too many people in there.
That's what I think. I'll just drop out.
I'm happy to drop out. To be fair, I really am.
I mean, that might be us for tonight. Who knows?
I'm trying to figure out how to do, take a Zoom call and do it through vMix and stuff like that. I'll figure it out. between now and Saturday and see if Terry's, you know, I can maybe host it myself. And he can get his problems fixed. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to do that at least once a week, if not twice.
Alan's run streams before, so
I know he
it's not
has,
like
but he's
Terry's the only one who can.
He's on his phone at the moment.
Yeah, his computer's.
I'm just saying that if Alan can, if it's not just Terry, as demonstrated by Alan having done it at least once, then it should be possible for you to do it, mate.
Yeah, Alan
can't do it because I've got shit internet.
Well, that's Alan's problem. He hasn't got internet. That's why he hasn't got the house internet. He's just got the phone, because whoever his internet provider is are in absolutely no hurry to go and sort him out whatsoever. It's been like this for weeks. Yeah, if not months.
Are they still charging him for it? Bet they are.
Yep, you kind of hope not, because I'd be saying, if I'm paying for a service, I'll have it, please.
Yeah.
Now, I'm with BT, and they're usually quite good. In fact, I went online. I was having troubles with it for a couple of evenings a couple of days in a row. So one evening, I went online and registered a complaint with them. And at 8 o'clock the next morning, there was a young lady outside with a box of tricks and said, "I've come to fix your internet." Oh, bloody hell! It was less than 12 hours, you know.
This is going to sound a bit bizarre, right? When it comes to a service like that, and you've got a contract, is you are perfectly entitled to get all your money back for a service you didn't get. But what you don't have a right to is to refuse to pay, at least in the UK.
You have to pay and then get it back.
Yeah, because if you refuse to pay, you'll breach your contract in the eyes of the law. However,
and therefore you have no right to claim on the contract.
Well, no, you can, because you have a right to get that money back because they haven't provided the service during that term.
Yeah, but if you refuse to pay, you're in breach, so therefore you have no contractual rights.
Correct. Yes, sorry, I misunderstood what you meant. Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. So you've got to. So in other words, he's got to keep paying if he wants to keep in a contract. Once he's out of contract, he's not obliged to. You can say "fuck you" then, and off he goes. So he hasn't got to pay anything, you know. But if he's still within the contract terms, then not much you can do about it, unfortunately. But if they refuse to give him back, he's definitely got a legal standing for that to get the money back. They have to provide it because, you know, it's not, you know, they haven't provided the service. Simple as that.
Yeah, we've got this weird arrangement over here where all of the internet services is ultimately provided by one company, the National Broadband Network, and I can't deal with them directly. I have to go through a reseller, and so my contract is with the reseller, not with the people who actually provide the service.
Yeah.
You can imagine the kind of tomfoolery that goes on because of that.
Yeah. It makes me cringe because I see people giving advice about the landlords. Right?
Yeah.
And,
just don't pay them.
Oh my God, that makes me.
Just don't pay your rent.
Yeah, that's exactly it. People sort of saying, "Oh, he hasn't fixed that. Just you've got every right just to not pay your rent." No, you can't do that. No, you're going to get evicted. And the landlord, if he stops paying rent, the landlord's got every legal right to evict him.
Yep.
That's what I keep telling people. Argue with me about it all the time. So I know what I'm talking about, dude. I've rented all my life. Plus, my mother happened to be a rent officer for quite a number of years. So I listened. I paid attention. I know what my rights are, and I know what the legal ins and outs are. You cannot refuse to pay your rent, otherwise you're going to get evicted if the landlord chooses to do so.
But this guy on the internet said,
"Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It really is. You know." No, it's like, you know, it's a primary thing. You know, when you rent, your priority is your rent. You pay your rent no matter what. If you've run out of money for food, you run out of money for electric or whatever, at least you've got a roof over your head. That's the way I see it. So I always prioritise my rent. Anything else I've got left, I pay everything else that goes with it. You know, pay your rent first or anything else.
Make sure you got a roof over your head.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then everything else you can follow
food
along.
in your cupboard, you've got no food in your cupboard or anything, it doesn't matter.
No,
yeah.
as long as you got somewhere to bloody live, everything else is potentially solvable. But if you ain't got a roof over your head,
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I'm quite lucky in a lot of ways because I've got family who've got enough income that they would never see me starve, or they would never see me go freezing cold. So that's not going to happen. So I'm lucky in a lot of respects. I'm lucky compared to a lot of people. But people don't seem to understand that. They think they could just refuse to pay the rent. No, just because the landlord hasn't fixed something or other, or done
withholding the
something or
rent.
other,
No, it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
No,
Part of the problem.
Yeah, I know it works both ways though. I mean, a landlord can't throw you out of a property without notice for no reason. Can't do it. But people think that landlords can. They can't. They can't just
Part
say
of the problem is
get
that
out. You can't do that.
the internet is a big place and it covers a lot of jurisdictions with a lot of different laws. So there are some places where you can get away with that in the world, but not in England.
Yeah, I mean, it's slightly different in Northern Ireland. There's slightly different rules again, but it's still a lot of it's still sort of common law, so it's much the same.
Yeah,
that's true, Blue. Blue makes sense.
Yeah, well, I've just shut my video off.
Terry, I was just saying, I've already started doing this. I'm starting to work out how to do a Zoom call within the software that I use, vMix. I've got halfway to figuring it out. If I can figure it out before Saturday, do you want me to start hosting some of these until Anne maybe can take over, until you can fix your problems?
Yeah, I'm easy. I'm not fussed.
With that? Okay, leave it with me. I'm not guaranteed I'll be able to get it.
No, that's okay.
If I get it sorted.
Because all you need is the stream key, don't you?
Yeah. Well, we can do it that way. Yeah. If you want, yeah.
You password it to the video, YouTube.
Yeah. String key. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Okay. We can
But are you be streaming on your channel?
Yeah, I'll stream it on my channel. Yeah, it'd be the easiest thing to do, wouldn't it? Oh no, I couldn't. No, I could stream. No, because I could do it on your channel, couldn't I?
Yeah,
that's what Al used to.
Yeah, that was on his channel.
That was his channel. Yeah.
I thought it was
All we did was use my Zoom on his channel.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I didn't. Or we didn't use it.
Yeah, but you don't get the views
now.
You don't
Too long ago.
You don't get.
Because all I would really need is a stream key from your channel, wouldn't I? And you'd stream in on your channel.
Yeah.
Wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Why am I going bonkers?
If you set up,
I've never streamed before, so couldn't tell you.
Let's do a test, Terry. Do it. Set up a key, and I'll see if I can put it into mine and run it out. Because I'm streaming now, I can change it so it's coming out on yours. Don't have to. Next week.
We'll set it up before our next stream. And
we can play around.
Worry about doing it this time of the night.
Are you restarting another one, Terry? Or was it
I already have.
Oh, have you? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been live for the last 5 minutes.
Has he? Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been burbling on, not realising, but we are live.
See, while you were babbling on, I had it all set up and going by the time.
He's got it down to a fine art.
He's practiced.
Yeah, used to it.
Yeah, that much bloody practice at it.
Yeah, what is it? Oh shit! Now I forgot what it was. I couldn't get a photo of it quick enough. It said it on the bottom of the. I'm gonna have to go and check my data again in the log to see what it came up this time. I'll tell you what it is. It's in Task Manager. In where was it again? It's in Task Manager. Where was the app? Where was the data again? Timbo, do you remember all that stuff we checked the other day? Were you here?
Oh, you want to look at whether you have anything in the log? Hang on. It's you go into.
Yeah, I'm in there now.
Then you can change your filter over on the right, so you can just see just whatever you want. So you should be in.
Yeah, but I'm not in that far yet. I'm not in that far yet.
You should be systems and.
I'm in the task manager. I'm in Task Manager. thought that's where it was.
Oh,
Task
sorry,
Manager.
you're talking about the Dr. Watson, or whatever it's called now.
The other one. The data, the log.
App performance, app history service.
Event viewer.
Event viewer is what you're looking for.
Shoot, where was that again?
Just type it into your little search down the bottom. It should show. Event Manager.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we had to go that way, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, that's
Event
so many
viewer or
apps now.
something?
That's how I find Event Manager. It's called.
Event Manager, that's right.
Are you running Windows 11?
No.
I am, but
Then it's Event Viewer.
Event Viewer, is it? Sorry.
Yep.
Ah. Yeah, that's what I thought it was, Event Viewer.
Yeah, well, I've got 11, so it's Event Manager.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they've used Event Viewer since '98. So of course
they
they
changed
had to
it.
change something.
Yeah.
Why not just change everything that everybody's used to? Because who's going to care?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. I did upgrade my laptop downstairs to Windows 11, and then the next day went straight back again. What a pile of shite! Just go and change everything for the sheer hell of it. No, I don't think so.
I
Fortunately,
think I was the
my
last person in the office to shift off XP.
my
liked
PC
XP.
up here is not good enough for Windows 11. Apparently, yeah, bollocks. It's just too old for you, mate. That's all. What the hell do I want 11 for? There's nothing wrong with XP. There wasn't, was there? I mean, Christ, how long have
I
you been
liked
using
XP.
There was nothing wrong with it. No, got to change it. Oh, all right then.
My only beef with Windows XP was that you had to run a specific version for 64-bit. That was my only problem.
Well, I
And
suppose
a
so,
bunch of
yeah.
my programs didn't work on the 64-bit version of XP.
Ah, right. Fair enough.
That was what eventually prompted me to go to 7.
There's no personal data here to worry about, is there?
Probably not.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
Do you want me to do a quiz
What
for you?
happened there?
Have a look in there. Wait a minute, I've got 2 off watching.
I think it's frozen.
It takes some time to read the log files.
No, the page is frozen because it's not. Something's
Yeah, it
not
can
right
take.
with it.
If you've clicked into something, it can take a little while before it finally catches up and goes through all the logs. Sometimes it just sits there and looks like it's frozen, but there you go. It did something. Something happened.
Yeah, I know it's not quite working properly. So. What's this bit here? Oh, it's doubled up. Well, I turn it off and restart it. I don't think it liked, there we go. That looks better.
Yep.
Where have I got to go again? I forget.
Generally,
Have you
you'll find
customised it
restarts.
yet?
No, generally you'll go into Windows logs and then System. That'll show you hopefully the events that you'll at least get the timestamp for when it restarted. You just have to scroll down a bit.
I only want. Do I want critical or error? Or filter? Tick both.
Oh, great.
What time did that? Is it the right time?
Yeah, that'll be the most recent one. So, bug check D1.
Didn't have permission.
Yeah, that's the same one as before, I think.
Yeah, D1 isn't very helpful.
That's not helpful.
Driver IQL not less or equal. So it's a driver fault.
It usually tells you what it is somewhere here.
You'll need to get a program called Blue Screen View if you want to get more detail than that. Those numbers are not actually handy as they are.
Yeah, but what we were getting before is a description here of the error, not just the general. It was some other detail.
We'll go into details, see if it tells you anything there.
Change the.
Go to
The
says general
details just says that.
Yeah.
That's all it says.
Let me find Blue Screen View for you.
Warning, information. Pick information that might come up. Okay, so the start type of the Microsoft Defender antivirus mini filter driver service was changed from boot start to demand start.
Yeah, that's
information.
That's not related.
That was that one, wasn't it? No, it's just going back to that again. Yeah, so that didn't help having information.
I'm going to post your link and
Carl has asked.
Apparently, I'm not. There
Carl's
we go.
asked for you.
If you can.
Go.
Yeah, he's asked if you can send that memory DMP file to him on Discord. Carl obviously thinks he can help.
Yeah, if you drop me a copy in Discord as well, that'd be cool.
So what do you want? An image of that?
No. So that file, C Windows memory.dmp. Grab that and send it to Carl and myself. We'll have a look through it.
Oh, where it's all written here with the computer is blah blah blah.
Yeah, so go to Windows File Explorer, Windows Explorer.
I haven't got a Windows Explorer.
File Explorer. Hold down the Windows key and tap E.
Yes, Windows E opens up File Explorer.
That's the one.
Yeah, I've got that.
That's what I was talking about.
We know you have.
It's down on my taskbar.
Everybody's got that.
Yeah, you
okay.
must have it.
Okay, now what?
Go into C drive and Windows, and then there you'll find memory.dmp.
Oh,
Send a copy of that.
Yeah.
Send a copy of that to Carl and to myself if you could.
Okay, I'm in Windows. Which folder?
So C Windows.
Yeah, I'm in Windows.
Yep. So in there somewhere there should be a file called memory.dmp.
Okay. M.
After you've gone into Windows, have you gone into Windows?
I've got mini dump. That's one of them. That's the only one I can read in M.
No memory.dmp?
No.
It's lying to you then. It says
I know
it
there
popped
is
it into C Windows memory.dmp.
Well, I don't know.
I must admit, I don't have memory.dmp either. To be honest with you, after you go into Windows, unless does it need to go into user maybe or something like that? No, it would be user because it's
Well, the event log entry specifically says C Windows memory.dmp, but that could have been moved after the restart.
I bet it restarted before it could save it. That's what Carl's suggesting.
See, I do have a C Windows memory.dmp. So I've got that.
It's not under logs or something.
Nope.
I've got mini dump. That's all I've got under there.
Can you show me?
Can I show you? I should be able to.
And how big is that file?
There we go. That over there. I can share it in here. Okay. There we go. That's what I'm looking at. Where is it? So that's all I've got in M's.
Oh, keep going down. Scroll down. Scroll down a whole bunch more. Keep going. Keep going. There it is.
Is it memory dump? That one?
Let's have a look at the properties.
Oh.
Don't double click on it.
I don't want to. How do I get out of it? There we go. What do you want me to do with it?
Right click properties. How big is the file?
855 meg.
That's always fun. So that's the full dump. Go back up to mini dump. Yep, double click that.
Oh, double click it.
Yep.
You don't currently have permission to access the folder.
Oh god. Freaking admin rights. Freaking
Yep.
bollocks.
Yep.
Oh, I got into it anyway. Is that the right date? What date's today?
It's 25th, 11/24 for
25th.
the very last one.
That one?
Yep. How big's that file? Let's go to properties again.
.2 meg.
That's much better. Do you want to send a copy of that to me and to Carl? We'll see if we can.
What, just copy the whole thing?
Yeah, just drag that file to
I'll
a
just
private
press
chat
copy.
for us.
In Discord.
Yep. I'm pretty sure you can do it that way.
I don't know, you can try. It's over in the DMs. It's processing.
Yeah, it'll take a little while to send it.
Okay. And Carl said he
Less
wanted
time
a
than the
copy.
memory dump. Yeah.
Try. Where's Carl? Where are you, Carl, over there? Carl. Where are you, Carl? You're not online. Are you on your phone? I have to go down to offline. What's your name over on Discord, Carl? Carled? Carled, yeah, there we go. Oh, upload failed. Something went wrong. Try again later. It wouldn't load it
It's going to
into
be a bitch.
Discord.
Yeah.
It's
probably trying to figure out what kind of image you're uploading.
Yeah.
Either that or it's too big for Discord.
Well, it's only 1.2 meg. Is there any way I can just view it here and then you can take a screenshot of it, or I can take a screenshot of it that way?
Yeah, I sent you a link through a DM in Discord.
Sorry, I was distracted with something else away from the computer. What was I saying? I can
So I sent
I
you
can
a
open
link to Blue Screen View
Mm.
in Discord. If you download that, it's a single file. It's a zip file. It's got an executable in it. You can just run it directly from the zip if you like. That should automatically show you all of the dump files in your mini dump folder.
Where did you send it in Discord?
Yes.
Didn't
Yeah,
come
you
through.
should have a DM from me. It might be in the you've never.
Oh yeah, blue screen. I see blue screen something. Zip.
That's the one.
Okay. And what do I do with it once I've downloaded it?
Just run. There's an executable in there. Run that, and it will open up hopefully a list of all of the dump files that you've got in there. So it'll open those up and let you see what the hell's actually going on.
One says blue screen view application.
Yep, that's the one.
Extract all. Okay. Oh, it needs its own folder. Okay. I'll call it blue screen. Alright. Blue screen. Select that folder. Extract. Alright, now I've got a blue screen view application. Yep, open that up.
Run that one. You might want to run it as administrator if you can. So right click on it and run as administrator.
Now it's coming through, I think.
Cool.
I'll
We're still
minimize
looking
that.
at your Explorer.
Yeah, I know. I've got to change that. Just get rid of all these other things I don't need.
That's cool.
So you'll want, just move that out of the road. So you want, gonna come up. Maybe I'll get it. I can't share it for some reason. It's not coming through.
If it's running as administrator, you might not be able to select it from, might not be able
In
to share it
OBS.
from a program that isn't running as admin.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't share it through OBS. It won't let me.
Well, I mean, you granted yourself rights to that folder before, so maybe close it and just run it normally. See if that works.
What's that? Run what normally?
When you ran Blue Screen View, did you run it as administrator or just
It just said permission to click on it separate. Okay. I'll go back out. Get rid of all these things. We don't need that. Go back over there for a minute. Program. Blue screen. Blue screen view. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device?
Okay, so it's forced into.
That's what it's showing.
admin.
Yeah, and then it opens up. Yeah.
And it's not in your list of window captures.
No, I can't get that. Can't get it. But it is giving me a dump file in that. I can do a screen capture of it if I have to.
Okay. So, do you have a list of dump files in there, or just the one?
It's not saying I can. Oh, wait a minute. I think I've got it. There we go. Okay, now I've just got to get rid of that. Now you should be able to see it.
Yes, we can. Cool. All right. So the one up at the top is the most recent. Can you scroll across past parameters? There's a column called caused by driver. NDIS.sys. That's not good.
Yeah, that's the one I was trying to remember. NDIS system. And that's the system that keeps crashing.
Yeah, that's one of the core network drivers.
So is that on motherboard or
No, that's
software? Hardware.
So that's part of when that NDIS.sys is a driver that's built into Windows. It's a virtual subsystem for networking, and then that talks to that loads other things. That talks to the actual network drivers. So it is possibly something wrong with the state of one of the drivers for your network card. It's also possibly a hardware fault with the network hardware itself, but that's less common.
Okay. So you're thinking it's that's a motherboard issue then, if that's your network system that's running off the motherboard. That's not a
potentially, but more often it's a problem with the actual software part of it, the driver side.
Okay. Well, that's never been updated, but I've had this problem now for at least three to 6 months.
Okay.
Where the computer was starting to freeze on the load screen when you got to before it got to the desktop.
This computer's reasonably new, isn't it? Or is this an older one?
No, it's 10, 12-year-old.
Oh, okay.
I put a new SSD in with a new Windows system.
Yep.
And I've got a new video card as well, or another new video card. The other one was all right. I thought it was a video. We just tried the video card. We tried the SSD. Put new Windows in. No, still doing the same thing. Now it's going. Well, now it's going to the blue screen. It wasn't going to the blue screen before.
It was just hanging before.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if it's something that happened before you updated before you reinstalled Windows, before you put new Windows in, then there's a good chance that there is something baked on the motherboard.
Yeah.
Especially at that
but it's
age.
Fine. The computer's fine for any other usage. You can watch YouTube videos, movies, Facebooks, everything else is fine.
It's just when you're doing Zoom and too much data's going out.
Carl's saying maybe run SFC /scan now on command prompt. Carl's saying, I wonder if a driver rollback on the network card would help.
That was my thought as well, but if you've been having problems, if it's related to the same problems you were having prior to installing Windows, then that's almost definitely a problem with the hardware. But it's worth trying. Worst case scenario is it does nothing.
Yeah.
So to do that, how to do
close all this for now?
Yep, close all that. And go to your start menu.
Yep.
Type CMD, don't hit enter.
Oh, there's a command prop option here. I know.
Yep, that's the one. All right, right click on that, run as administrator.
Where'd it go? It usually shows up. Where'd it go? Oh.
If you're in
Sometimes it
start
used
menu,
to automatically. Sometimes it automatically came up on its own on the side here, but it's not doing it today. By the look of it. I'm going to have to do it manually. So type in CMD.
Yep, and then it should bring up as one of your options command prompt.
Yep, it's up.
And you want to do run as administrator on that.
Wait till I share that window capture for that.
Did you run it as administrator?
It didn't matter, it just came up.
Yeah, because did you hit enter?
Yeah.
Oh, close it.
Okay, close it. Yep.
Yeah, because it can't fix things unless it's running as admin. So again, go to the Windows, type CMD, don't hit enter.
Okay.
When it comes up with a command prompt, one of the options will be run as administrator. Do that.
Oh, over here, yep. Yeah, I see it. Now it's saying to do that.
Yep. Excellent. All right. So type SFC, so Sierra Foxtrot Charlie, space.
Wait a minute. Start again. Type C.
Sierra Foxtrot Charlie. SFC.
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 That's B. C.
Yep. Space. Actually,
space.
Yeah, what Carl sent you in text, type that in. So forward slash scan now.
It doesn't matter if it's small scale thing?
No.
What do you call it, lowercase?
Lowercase.
Lowercase, uppercase, doesn't matter for this one.
Is that a space between the forward slash?
So
space, then forward slash.
So just put the forward slash in. And now scan now.
Now scan now.
Yeah, all one, no spaces there. Yep, hit enter, and then you wait for like 3 hours.
Oh, now you tell me.
So this bit's really boring because
why didn't you tell me that before?
There's no way to soften this blow, man. This is just what happens.
Yeah, but
so we better not get too long.
We better not get blue screen of death while we do this.
Well, now you know how to get to this bit again. So if it does blue screen, run it next time you're not actually streaming.
What you think he was making?
While we're waiting for that, children.
Yes.
Because that's going to take a little while.
Let's do something else. Yeah.
Let's do something else. Okay. So that'd be a bit boring for the kids.
I might have been slightly exaggerating about the 3 hours, but I have known it to take that long.
Okay. All right.
Because it does multiple passes and all sorts of fun stuff.
Okay. I'm just going to have it running over there in the background. Put it there, over there. I don't need it very big.
And God damn it, Terry, I got out of help desk to never have to do this again.
What are you doing Saturday?
Yeah, but you're doing it over the Zoom call like this. It makes it easier, doesn't it?
No, see, the good thing about working for an MSP is I have remote access to all of my clients' machines. So when they ring me up and say, I don't know what I'm doing, I can just jump on their computer and do it for them.
Oh, okay, well, I'll give you remote access to my computer then while we're doing something and you can play around and do stuff.
No, you really don't want me to have remote access to your machine.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay. And you don't want me to send you any gift. You don't want me to send you any gift cards or anything for $100 each one, and then drive down to the local Walmart and. Okay, you sure? Okay.
No, I'm good. I mean, if you're in the States, I'd say go to Western Union, but never mind.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's
Why am
same
I
as
seeing
one.
two turtles?
I'm on another computer just at the moment, but I got the other one still running.
It's turtles all the way down.
It is.
We know
It's two
that.
turtles.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got another 60 something to go. What's that, Carl? You send me an Amazon link. I'm not going to go to that for now.
It's a buy computer.
Oh, I've already got the info for the computer stuff.
No,
I'm all
it's an
good.
Ethernet adapter.
Is it?
Oh,
Yeah, no, that's rather than having to buy a whole computer, you can go grab a USB Ethernet. So
Yeah.
everything
Right.
goes out through that instead of the onboard. Might help. They're not too expensive either.
oh, okay.
Are you connected
$55.
directly to the modem, or are you running Wi-Fi to?
Yeah, it's connected to the modem from the
Okay.
computer.
So your cables.
Yeah,
Cables. Yeah.
What's your nearest town, Terry?
Nearest
you can
town.
DM it. You can DM it to me if you like. I'm just going to try and find.
Wollongong's the nearest town. Well,
Okay, cool.
that's what do you plug into the adapter? What do I plug the lead in from the modem into it? The yellow one.
Yeah, it just replaces the one that's on your motherboard to a new one.
Yep.
So if it was
And
the
it
one
can
that
go
was
through
built,
it can go through the USB adapter.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's technically advanced more than
You
I
can
thought.
send most things through the USB. If you want
Yeah.
to. If you find the
So
right.
I can go to my local computer shop and ask for an internet converter thing. A
USB
USB adapter.
USB Ethernet adapter.
USB Ethernet adapter. Okay.
Yep.
That
Or
shouldn't
even if
cost
you
any more than $20 or $30, shouldn't it?
I don't know. I haven't bought one of
well,
those
let's
for a
have a
while.
look.
You could even just say USB network card. They'll know what you mean.
Yeah. Cheap, nasty one, that'll work because they're all pretty simple.
Yeah.
I can pick one up from my local computer store for $22. So.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be that dear. Yeah.
They'll be the same chips probably as the more expensive ones.
Well, I've got
anyway.
several computer shops in my area, so. I wonder if the other computer I've got in the bedroom's got one.
Network card. I don't know.
Yeah,
Might
the
have
other
a
spec,
card.
the old computer that's no good anymore.
I might have a card, but I won't have a USB one. You'd have to.
No. Most of them have had them built into the motherboard for years. So.
Yeah. And if it's an old one and it's a card, it's probably going to be really old, and you probably don't really want to use it.
Worst case scenario, you can probably grab one at a JB Hi-Fi if you can't get one anywhere else.
Yeah,
although they'll be twice the price.
Yeah.
But if you've got computer stores around and they sell parts at all, then they'll have half a dozen of these things on the shelf.
Don't guarantee it'll work, by the way. Just so
yeah, and make sure they don't try and sell you a USB-C one because you don't have a USB-C port.
No.
There he went.
He's gone?
Yep. As he just dropped.
He's gone.
And the stream.
And the stream.
Well,
the stream still going? Yeah, mine's still going. But anyway, just so you know, yes, that's still live, but yeah, just not on Terry's.
Well, at least we got most of that information across and we got some stuff done before he dropped, but yeah, what a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
If it is the network hardware, then a USB adapter will work.
Yeah, but it's hard to say what it is because it could be anything in there. If it's
the computer's 12 years old, it's probably got bulging caps and all sorts of things wrong with it. So
yeah,
there's really no way to know what's going on. That's right. We picked up a new client recently who's got like 12 different sites, and they're running machines that are just ancient.
Yeah.
Half their servers are PCs. That's not
Oh,
a
right.
server.
Not really, no.
It's not even close to a freaking server.
That's why you buy servers and not desktops for on your servers. There's a reason why they're different.
Yeah. Well, yeah, one of the sites has got a server. Named server. Running Windows 10.
Yeah, right.
Like, and this has got their line of business application, their database services, everything running on a Windows 10 machine. I want to slap the guys that used to support these people.
I was trying to explain. I've gone back to a smaller company. I was just coming from a huge multinational last time. That they're talking about changing all their stuff to online, and we're not actually using servers like for data, etc. So that if they have any crash, they've always got a live copy all the time. And trying to explain that to these local guys in there, so like, no concept, It's still that, I have to remote desktop into the computer to work from home. And I'm sort of saying, well, we should be able to set it up so it doesn't work that way. Anyway.
Yeah, this is
a whole lot of others.
A fight I'm having with my boss at the moment. Is he wants to switch everybody to everything online, everything sitting in Azure or something.
All right, yeah.
Which is a pain in the ass, and there's several clients that are going to need at very least a RDP gateway server running on their network because they all remote into their machines when they're not in the office.
Yeah.
And you have to have a gateway, otherwise you can't fucking secure it. God.
Yeah.
My boss should know better. He's been doing this shit longer than I have.
Sometimes that's the problem.
My computer's not memorizing Windows.
Your computer is having a moment.
Fun.
No, it did it earlier when I went to open up OBS. It didn't remember its previous setting of what size I had it set to. I had to resize it all over again.
Yeah, unfortunately that's what happens when you have a hard crash. Weird shit goes wrong.
Yeah, but that was doing it before I crashed. That was when I was first setting up the stream. Usually that's set, and now I don't know what happened to me. My DOS program, that finished or not?
Oh yeah,
probably not.
I would say not. It might have even.
It was about 60, 70. It was about 70% last time I looked, and we were doing other stuff after that, so it may have finished. But then we can't see it because it's not here.
What I would suggest is that you set it up, but don't actually run it until after you're done with streaming and everything, and just let it run overnight.
Yeah. And what'll happen is it'll just tell me stuff.
Well, with any luck, if it finds any errors, which it does sometimes, but almost never in my experience, the stuff I've run into it's always the first thing that Microsoft tells you to do. Oh, just run SFT scan now. It'll fix everything. No, it won't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it's like you go on the Microsoft forums, and as soon as one of the Microsoft employees actually jumps into a thread, you know that they're just going to copy paste their boilerplate, which is runs SFC scan now.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, but could you go away and I'll talk to these other people who actually have a clue? I swear to God, most of Microsoft's support team have been replaced by a freaking chatbot.
Probably.
And not one of the good ones.
And that whole time when I fell over again, just then, I was walking into the other room, and on the other computer there's an actual, it looks like an Ethernet card actually plugged into the motherboard.
Okay.
I don't know if it works. I've got no idea. Got no idea if it works. I'd have to take it out and Have a look.
Find
It's a
the
little.
slot, put
It's
it
got a
in your-
small. It's a small white plug above your PCI slot on the motherboard. I'm gathering that's an Ethernet card.
No.
No,
it's not an Ethernet card.
If it's okay, so what you're looking for is an RJ45 connection. So it's sort of a rectangular hole with contact feelers on one side of it.
Yeah, it's that your network cable plugs into.
That
It's gotta
that's
have
what
one
it
of those-
looks like on the outside, where you
Oh,
plug
okay.
the lead
Right.
into, but
Yep.
the little card's actually plugged into the motherboard above
Yep.
your PCI slot.
Well, when you say above your PCI slot, every motherboard is different.
Yeah.
So we'd have to know what kind of slot it's actually plugged into. And you'd have to have one of those on your machine. So
Exactly.
if you
I'm just having a
if you
look.
can.
I'm just having a look now. Yes,
If
mine
you-
does have one of them.
Okay.
On my.
Must be an old.
Oh, it's called a sound card on mine. Same slot. Above the PCI slot. The small rectangular white one.
Small rectangular one.
Yeah,
Let's
the white
say
one.
no, it's a single lane PCI Express,
Yeah, it's a small one.
which is about what you'd expect to see for a 100 meg or gigabit Ethernet card anyway. They only need single lane.
Oh, might work.
It might work. If it's the same size socket, then almost certainly will. You probably won't have any issues with
that's
getting
my
drivers.
motherboard though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
That's a different
So-
motherboard.
Yeah, so it could be a half size or whatever. Yeah, what do you call them? The older PCI slots that they used to have. Haven't seen one for a while.
How old's the other computer?
Oh, I think it's older than mine. Going by the look of it. I don't know. I'd have to Google the name of the
Okay.
motherboard. Oh, this is my motherboard. I was just having a look on it.
So you've got 3 of those white connectors.
Those white ones, yeah.
Those white sockets. So those
Yeah.
are PCI Express. So PCI Express has up to 16 channels. The full size ones are for video cards. The short ones are for things that don't need that much in the way of.
yes.
Yeah, my video card's
data
in the
transfer.
blue one. In the PCI
Yeah.
Express 3.0, that's where my video card is.
Yep. See,
And on the
see,
other
there's
computer, that's where it's. Yeah.
underneath the blue one, right next to that, right above where it says dual BIOS, which you
Yeah.
can't see because there's a line through it. To the left
Yeah.
of that, it says PCI EX something. PCI EX1 or something like that. Can you
You're
read
better
that?
eyes than me. No. Is it written on the side here, sideways?
Yeah, that bit there, yeah.
Yeah.
So it says PCI EX1_2, and then down the next one down says PCI EX1_3. So those are PCI Express single lane. So
Mhm.
there's a single channel of data, whereas the blue ones are 16 lane. They've got 16 channels of data, and your video card uses all of it.
Okay.
If that is the same slot that the Ethernet card on your other machine is plugged into, then it'll work on this machine.
Yeah.
Right.
You put it in any of those 3 slots, it'll work fine.
Yeah, don't get worried that it says USB or sound card. That's just
Yeah, that's what they
advice.
suggest that would be used for.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's
As long as it fits into that, and if it's a 4-lane card, which you hardly ever see, then it just won't plug into it. It won't physically fit.
Yeah.
But being a video card, it's almost certainly a network card. It's almost certainly a single lane, so you should be fine.
Okay. I'll have a look at that when I get time. Tomorrow. I might have time tomorrow. Have a look.
PCI Express X1 single lane.
So that's just an option if it could be a problem.
Yeah, but since you've got one of those cards handy, give it a go. There's no downside except that you then don't have that Ethernet port on your other machine if you need it.
Well, it's got a USB dongle for the Wi-Fi signal that goes to this okay. In that case, you're not using it here. No.
Yeah, pro tip: don't ever
And
stream
even
over
when I give it
Wi-Fi.
to, and even when I give it to the missus, it'll just have the USB dongle.
Yep.
Anyway, so that Ethernet thing's not going to worry about. Nothing to worry about. I don't even know why it's there, but I didn't even end up using it. But
pretty much every desktop computer is sold with some sort of Ethernet. If it doesn't have it on the motherboard, they'll generally sell it with a PCI Express expansion card like you've got.
Yeah, well, mine's plugged into the further up onto the motherboard.
Yeah, it doesn't matter which one of those three sockets you put it in, as long as it fits.
Yeah.
Generally, I try and keep them as far away from everything else as possible. So if you've got a video card plugged into that top blue 16 channel, then stick it in the bottom one that's just
one below it.
Yeah, the one as far below as possible, because keeping the card separated helps with heat and with transmission noise.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen to me talking like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had me fooled.
Well, a person that knows what they're doing can usually explain it in a way where another person can understand it that don't know about it.
Well, the reality is
that's where a lot of these flat earthers fall over. They try to explain stuff back to us or say things back to us. I've got no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, because they haven't.
Yeah, that's the problem, is they don't understand it.
They're trying to wing it, and it's quite obvious that they're trying to wing it.
Well, the other part of the problem, I think, is that they get confused by complex things because they can't understand it well enough to make it gel in their head as anything other than complete bullshit.
Yeah.
So they're always looking for the simplest possible thing, and when you try to explain it's not that simple. Oh, why do you have to complicate things?
Yeah, exactly.
No, we're not complicating. Complicating means to make more complex than it needs to be. It's already complex. It doesn't need to be complicated.
I've been meaning to, every time I talk to flurfers, I keep forgetting to ask them for them to what they said. Can you say that without using those actual words that you just said?
Well, so here's another part of the problem. Because they don't understand simple concepts, what we consider to be simple concepts, they don't understand them. So they use the words, but they don't know what they're saying. So they've got these bullshit definitions. When a flurf says perspective, what are they talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
And
Tery,
this is one
Tery, of course, means he's going to ask them, not ask.
Yeah, I caught that too. It's one of my pet hates. So trust me, I heard that one.
Yeah. We all did.
Don't you worry, Paul. If you do your quiz and you misread a word, I'll be pulling you up.
Well, Tery, I remind you that you asked us to tell you when you said it. So I'm just obliging you, Tery.
That is true.
So reality is, when I'm not here, and in fact, when I am here, I'm not the best man in the room to understand the computer side of things. Farmers could probably do a better job than me.
I should have been talking to farmers the whole time.
No, you could have been talking to farmers the whole time.
No, no.
What about Timbo? Timbo's here too.
Yeah,
Timbo.
But
Timbo knows this stuff clearly.
Oh, we got two Timbos, so that's twice as much knowledge.
Twice the opportunity to get it wrong.
Is it the same knowledge in stereo?
Yes. I just feed him the same audio out each channel, so yes.
Well, we'll give it a few minutes, and if we don't get any people turned back up again, well, because we can't run too late. I don't even think two people have found us. Carl and Brian.
Yes.
Oh, hang on, let me
I
click
think-
on that stream as well.
I had a few on my stream.
Oh,
Hang on, how many
dear.
have I got on mine?
Uh,
I only got 2 now. I did have more before, but only got 2 now. So.
Oh, hang on, let me just drop from that one. Bye. Hey, Carl, I'm back in that one. Oh dear, oh dear.
No, if we
Had a
don't
few
get
before.
if we don't get enough numbers back, well,
No, well,
there's some people
I'd have to
that
drop
might have
soon
to get
anyway.
up for work in the morning.
yeah, I do. I'm going to drop soon. So
It's straight at tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well, today,
got-
I mean.
I've got that meeting in half an hour. God.
Yeah, there's not much
I had a
more
meeting
we can
today.
do.
I thought it was going to be a really big one, and I said, "Oh, I'm planning for it and all this sort of stuff." And it's like 15 minutes. The other guy said, "Oh,
No,
just straight
this
tomorrow."
problem is this one could take a while, but I'll desperately be trying to get drawings done because I
Right.
know they're gonna want me to present a few. But it's embarrassing because there really isn't a lot on them. I mean, a heating drawing. I've
Right.
shown what rooms are going to be underfloor heating by putting a border around the room and cross hatching it and going, there you go, that's an underfloor heating zone. I can't even tell you what, because at the moment it's all I can bloody do. I mean, somebody's supposedly doing all the loading calculations, so the heat loss calculations, and I can see if I go onto the server and look in the relevant file. Let's go to calculations, thermal simulation. Go on. Fuck's sake. He's got a breakdown, but the files are of a type that I can't even open. You obviously need the software that he used. Let's
I love it when people do that.
Admin
Oh,
in
no,
Clubhouse. It says Bennett's Farm .t3d and .tbd. What the fucking hell are those?
TBD.
I don't know. It's whatever program he's used to do the thermal
Yeah,
simulation. But
say so.
he needs to export that into a Word document, an Excel spreadsheet, anything that I can bloody read, so I can see. Oh right, you need that many kilowatts in that room. You need that many kilowatts in that room. I need to work out with the architect where I can put the underfloor heating manifolds. We haven't done any of that yet. It's so what I can actually show on the drawings is embarrassing. But
That's why I do 3D, because it looks like you've done more work.
yeah, bollocks.
Critical Think's given me a suggestion, but I can't roll back something that I haven't got because I've got a new SSD and a new Windows, so it won't roll back.
I think he's talking about rolling back the network driver, which is different.
Oh, okay.
Oh, TBD file, and what was the other one?
Oh shit! Hang on a minute. Let me go back. I just went to a different folder. T3D.
T3D. That one can be a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah. I mean,
to be determined is probably what it means. He doesn't know what it is, so he's put TBD.
No, he's done the calculations, and they're obviously the files that software produces, and you need that software to look at it. So I might just have to slip in an email and say, if you've done the calculations, can you produce it in a format that I can see, please? No. I mean, they might not be too worried at the moment, but I've got no idea of. I mean, I've had to do a quick rule of thumb over the buildings to see how big the air source heat pumps are going to be. Christ knows. They want all this done by Friday. There's a tender package. Yeah, righto.
All right, so the T3D file is most likely Trace 3D.
Right.
Trace 3D or Trace 3D Plus. Just looking at it, it's a what is it? Building design and analysis software.
Yeah, it will be.
So that's latest HVAC systems and controls can be modeled quickly, blah, blah, blah. So that's more than likely what it is.
Autopipe might be the other one. What was he doing? Thermal expansion on pipework, was it?
No. He's supposed to be thermally modelling the building, so we know what the heat losses are and that sort of thing.
So it won't be a thermal pipe then. That's an extension for that.
That's something I'll have to try and sort out later on. Yeah, my Platinum drawings at the moment. Here are some blocks. Here are some circles. These are the buffer vessels. These are the calorifiers. These are where the pumps are going to go. Yeah, it's a bit
It's a little bit
embarrassing.
FlowCAD, but I don't think it's going to be that uses too
No.
deep.
Well, like I say,
I-
whatever software he's used, I don't have, so I can't read it anyway. And,
Oh,
and to be honest, I don't want the software either.
I've had architects give me files and I say, oh, I need that as a DWG. So they take their MicroStation DGN file and just rename
Oh,
it to
God.
.dwg and say, oh, there you go. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I do have people that think that you just rename the file and it changes the file format.
Oh yes,
So Trace 3D doesn't have a publicly accessible price list, so you don't want to know how much it costs.
No.
Is it cheaper than Revit?
I don't know.
Because Revit's nine.
Oh.
Revit over here, I believe, is about $9,000.
Yeah. Well, depending what you do, if you go subscription, you'd go cheaper, but yeah.
Oh yeah. But if you want the standalone package, it's about £9,000. The last time I looked, it was about £9,000. Or a hooky crack copy was £40.
Yeah. Autodesk track you down on those though, so you got to be careful.
Yeah. Well, I'm using somebody else's license from the office because she's on maternity leave.
So it's a license, but it's not a.
Exactly. Yes, it's a license. Yeah. That's why I've got. What am I using? AutoCAD 2023, and I've also got Revit 2023. Not that I really use it. I just use it. Open up something in Revit and go, export it in AutoCAD, please. Thank you.
Revit's a horrible program.
I know. That's why I don't want to learn it. I ain't got time.
Program. Yeah, it's got really weird structures. Setting up drawings is a real pain in the neck, and
so I've never
I've
never used any of Autodesk's software because every time I've tried, I've just hated it so much that I've given up.
I've been using AutoCAD for release 11. What's that? About 25 years, something like that.
Oh yeah,
I've been using it since 1984. So work that out. The
longer than me, but well done.
You've got to I'm a drafty, so I'm doing it for well, I call myself a drafty, but I was not really a drafty a long time ago. But yeah, if you know the time, it's fine. It does what
you get used to it. But unless you know how to use it, it's just about.
Well, it's more that you got to have a purpose to use it. It's like all design software. I can show you how to use it, but if you don't actually have a reason to use it, it's like
my first exposure to it would have been around 91, 92 when my boss decided that we needed to rebuild our electrical engineering diagram library on a computer. And so he went, here's a copy of AutoCAD. And I went, you got to be fucking kidding me.
I wouldn't use it for that.
No, me either. And in the end, I didn't use it for that because I told them that I'm not doing this. I'm an apprentice electrician. I'm not doing this.
Mind you, I've seen people use
Are you reading what I'm reading?
No, we can't see what you're doing.
I'm sharing it.
Yeah, but you weren't bloody the front of the thing.
Am I?
You hadn't pinned it.
It's visible now. Yeah, you haven't pinned it.
Oh.
You're not pinned. Pin you.
You're never pinned. You're not pinned anymore. You don't seem to do that.
Hey?
There's no pinning?
No pinning.
Well, you have to do it yourself.
Oh god damn.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I've got that.
Oh, there we go.
Don't I pin it like that?
Oh, share it again. You've turned it off.
Okay.
Away. Just generally away. Turn your video back on. There we go. All right. God damn Athros.
I was just looking at my network adapter.
Yeah, Qualcomm Athros AR8151. It's a really bog standard.
Yeah.
Cheap, nasty onboard but it's by Qualcomm, and it sounds like it should mean quality, and it doesn't. just means cheap.
Okay. I thought I'd just have a look at that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So what Carl's talking about is if you go to turn it back on, come back, bring it back.
Go back. Go back.
Where?
Show it again.
What?
Show it again.
Ah,
Show it again. Right. So if you actually,
Right click on it.
when's the
think you
last
right-click
time
on
I
it.
did this? Right click on
Yeah,
it,
I
go to
think-
properties.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you right click on go to properties, so you go to the drivers then.
Yeah.
oh, you can't see
click on
that.
it. Right
Yeah, you
click.
can't
I
see
cannot
it.
see that.
You can't see
No,
it.
Right.
It won't let you
Ah.
see it.
What one? Let's see.
No, it won't
Because
let you
he's
see
sharing one window.
Oh, it's not sharing the screen.
Yep.
Yeah. Change to
Um,
share the screen instead of the window.
it. How do you share screen?
But you're in the right
Same
place.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll.
It'll share the screen.
No.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm looking
go
for
on.
share screen.
In Zoom, go share screen.
Yeah, but that's what
Don't-
crashes the computer.
So it's
Oh, when you. So what are
you're
you?
doing this from
what-
OBS.
Yeah, I'm just putting this through OBS.
In OBS, you've got a similar thing for share screen.
Yeah, I haven't got it set up there.
We might have to quickly add one. And
So if you go to window capture,
Yeah, I'm looking to see if I've got a.
and no, well, that only
I
gives you
did have
window.
a scene. There's none here that I've got set up for the whole screen.
I
It's just
think that's
showing the
because it doesn't do it.
window. I can only go device manager. Yeah, it's only just showing the actual device manager, not what I open up.
Instead of window capture, there's a display capture option for scenes.
Oh, okay, so I might have to add that.
Add that, and then choose which
Window.
monitor you want to show.
what if you go
Display
to we do it
capture.
in Discord instead? Because you weren't crashing. in
Yeah, we
Discord.
might have to go over to Discord because I can share it over there.
Yeah.
No. I can share stuff over there.
Yes, you
I
can.
dumped in fair suck, by the way, what I was looking at for work today. This is what I usually look on my screen.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to get that rotten bridge, the bottom of the bridge to working. So I've got an off ramp on the, and it's a bit higher than the road that it's replacing. I've got to work out how to get that to work. Bit of a problem.
So
You
you
said
should
you
be
were
able
a
to
drafty,
see
but
over.
you're a civil engineer, aren't you?
Civil designer. Civil engineers don't do anything except for write reports. Civil designers do all the calculations.
We have
You should be able to see over in Discord.
we have a client that's yeah, there it is. We have a client who's a civil engineering company, fairly large one.
Yeah.
In our area. And
Can you say their name? Because I'll probably know who they're. You may not be allowed to.
I can't, because I'm about to tell you something that nobody should really know who this applies to. When I first joined the company, the first time I had to set up a machine for them, and they'd been a customer for years at the time that I started. Setting up a computer for them, and they're like, "Oh, we need AutoCAD on this machine." Okay, cool. Where's your licenses? Oh no, no, we don't do licenses. There's a crack on. No. I'm just gonna. Excuse me. I'm just gonna. I can't do this. I'm going to my boss and telling him they just asked me to install a cracked version of AutoCAD. I'm not doing it. He's like, why not? The fact that you asked me why not concerns me, because
yes, exactly.
this isn't like a cracked version of Windows we're talking about where nobody gives a shit. This is AutoCAD, and they will end you if they find it.
Yeah.
They will litigate you into oblivion
And that they're quite, particularly the bigger you are, the more likely they are to do it to you too.
Yeah.
They're not after, they care about the the individual at home who's just doing their house plans. But if you're making money out of them, they'll make money out of you.
Which part of the country are you in?
I'm in ACT.
Okay. You definitely don't work for them then. They've got sites.
No.
They've got like 4 sites around the country. So
yeah, I wouldn't work for a company that had cracked versions of AutoCAD.
Well, it was about a month later that we had to relicense all of their software, reinstall all of their AutoCAD and everything, because my boss went to their boss and went, look, one of my guys has a really good point and we can't do this for you anymore. You're going to have to get your licenses sorted. They had like 30 machines running AutoCAD.
I don't know if you remember many. You may not be old enough. Do you remember when TNT in Australia was running Word from one copy of Word, and they copied it to all their offices?
I've only been in the country for like 10 years, or 13 years actually now.
No, we're talking 30 years ago. They had one license copy that they'd bought, and then they'd copied it to every
well, they've got a license key. Why wouldn't they?
It was like, yes.
So I'm sharing it over in Discord, waiting.
You were. It's closed. The stream has closed.
Okay, I'll go live again.
Yeah, there we go. This device is working properly. Fucking bullshit. Sorry. Click on the driver tab up the top there, Terry, where it says driver.
That just means it can find the device.
Yeah.
That's all that means.
It means that the driver agrees that the hardware is compatible. So you've never installed a driver for this. This is the same driver that was installed with Windows.
Yeah, it's got a date here.
Yeah. So there is no rollback driver option. That's just when the driver was created.
Oh, okay.
So it's a generic Microsoft provided driver that works for the Qualcomm Athros range. So it's a generic one. You could potentially find a driver for the specific hardware that's on your motherboard, but reality is that it's probably not going to help.
Mm-hmm.
And finding specific drivers for the Qualcomms is generally a pain in the ass unless you've got if you've got a very specific motherboard version that's still got download support, you can occasionally get drivers from Gigabyte or whatever, but most of the time you can't, because they just go, oh, we don't need to give you a driver because it's included in Windows. You could try update driver, just don't do it when you're using your network.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because if it fails, 1 in like 150,000 chance, but if it does fail, that's it, no more internet.
So how would I update it without the internet? I'd have to unplug it or something.
No, you would. At that point, it will give you the rollback option. If it downloads a bad driver and the driver fails, then you lose your internet connectivity. This is one of the major problems with doing this kind of update remotely, especially. I hate doing driver updates remotely because I always disconnect, and if it doesn't come back up in 5 minutes, what am I going to do? So
right.